These top 10 transgender celebrities didn't just smash boundaries, they completely changed the game. You'll go, wait, they're transgender. How did I not know this? Let's go! First up is the amazing Elliot Page. You might remember him from Juno, where he totally nailed his role and snagged an Oscar nomination, or as the serious superhero in The Umbrella Academy. Back then, he was known as Ellen Page, but in 2020, he came out as transgender, and that news really shook things up and inspired so many people out there. Elliot's journey hasn't been all smooth sailing though. Before he came out, he candidly shared the stress of living in the spotlight while not being true to himself. He talked about battling anxiety and self-doubt every day. Imagine acting all the time, both on screen and in real life. In a heartfelt interview with Time magazine, Elliot shared that coming out as trans was a total game changer for him. He finally felt free to be himself, which he described as pure euphoria. Nowadays, he's not just in front of the camera. He's using his platform to fight for the transgender community. From advocating for mental health to pushing for equal rights, Elliot really is a superhero both on and off the screen. And can we talk about how confident and cool he looked when he shared his first shirtless poolside pic on Instagram? That post definitely broke the internet. Elliot, you're such an inspiration. And speaking of inspiration, our next celebrity didn't just break the mold, they reprogrammed it. You've definitely seen their work, and trust me, it's mind-bending. Next up is the awesome Lana Wachowski, one half of the creative team behind the Matrix trilogy. Seriously, she's the one who gave us those epic slow-mo bullet-dodging scenes and some mind-bending philosophical questions mixed with thrilling sci-fi action. Remember the whole blue pill or red pill thing? That was all her brilliance. Lana's story as a transgender woman is just as inspiring as her movies. She came out publicly in 2012, making her one of the first big-name directors in Hollywood to do so. It wasn't an easy path, though. She's talked about the huge pressure she faced growing up, trying to find herself in a world that often didn't accept her. Her transition was super personal, but also made a big impact on others. She proved that being true to yourself is actually a strength, not a weakness. And she's still rocking it. With The Matrix Resurrections, Lana is diving deeper into themes of identity, transformation, and self-discovery. It's no surprise that fans and critics see her as a real trailblazer. And can you imagine being so incredible that Keanu Reeves calls you the chosen one? Lana, we totally admire your greatness. Hit the like button if you're loving this list so far. But she's not the only brilliant trans person in the family. Her sister is just as awesome. Lily Wachowski is another fantastic talent to celebrate. She's Lana's sister and the other half of the creative duo behind The Matrix. So it was brought to life by not just one, but two incredible trans women. Lily came out as trans in 2016, a bit after Lana, and her journey really opened up discussions about trans representation in film. She's been open about how tough it was for her, dealing with the fear of being outed and just trying to be herself in an industry that's not always welcoming. But Lily's bravery and skills are undeniable. Alongside Lana, they changed the game in cinema and left a legacy that keeps inspiring up-and-coming filmmakers. These days, Lily is taking a step back from directing to focus on personal projects and her advocacy for the LGBTQ+ community. Honestly, if there were an award for best sibling goals in Hollywood, the Wachowskis would take it home every single time. Lily, we're forever plugged into your brilliance. Let's ditch the director's chairs for a minute and hit the red carpet with a trans trailblazer who's definitely turning heads in front of the camera. Let's talk about the amazing Laverne Cox. She's a real trailblazer both on and off the screen. Laverne made history as the first openly transgender person to get a Primetime Emmy nomination for her unforgettable role as Sophia Bursette in Orange is the New Black. That moment wasn't just a victory for her. It was huge for representation in Hollywood too. Laverne didn't find success right away. She had to deal with rejection, face plenty of challenges, and go through moments of self-doubt during her career. But she stuck to her passion and stayed true to who she is, breaking down barriers with each role. Now, she's not just an actress, she's also an activist, using her platform to support the trans community and spread the message of acceptance and equality. We can't overlook how she totally slays on the red carpet, always rocking her unique style and showing that confidence is the ultimate accessory. Laverne, you really show us how authenticity and talent go hand in hand. You know what else goes hand in hand? Subscribe and the bell icon. Speaking of icons, our next celebrity has an Olympic gold medal and one of the most talked about transitions in history. Caitlyn Jenner has done some incredible things, both in sports and in breaking down barriers. She first grabbed everyone's attention as Bruce Jenner, a legendary Olympic gold medalist. In 2015, Caitlyn opened up about her true self in a really personal interview, sharing her journey with the world. Her transition sparked a global conversation about gender identity and was a big deal for visibility in the trans community. While her path hasn't been without its ups and downs, her bravery in coming out publicly has inspired many to live their truth. These days, Caitlyn keeps using her platform to talk about her experiences, showing that reinvention is totally possible at any age. Love her or not, there's no denying she's a symbol of resilience. But not all journeys are about fame and awards. Our next celebrity showed the world that being yourself is the most courageous act of all, starting at a very young age. Next up is Jazz Jennings, another trailblazer who's been showing us what being true to yourself looks like since she was a kid. She was only 6 when she started sharing her journey as a transgender girl, making her one of the youngest and most recognizable trans activists out there. Jazz caught everyone's attention with interviews and eventually landed her own reality show, I Am Jazz. The show gave us an inside look at her life, highlighting both the tough times and the wins, and really shining a light on the experiences of transgender youth. Even with all the bullying and negativity, Jazz has stayed a symbol of hope and positivity. She's also a published author who speaks for mental health, motivating others to embrace their true selves. At just 23, Jazz has accomplished more than many of us could ever imagine, and she's just getting started. Comment trans power below if you support these trans stars. Our next star shows that talent knows no limits. With skills in singing and acting, they've made waves in the spotlight while proudly representing the trans community. Let's talk about Chaz Bono. He's a talented performer who has made a name for himself and won the hearts of many. Born to music icon Cher and the late Sonny Bono, Chaz grew up in a world of fame, but his real impact started when he came out as a transgender man in 2009. His transition was in the spotlight, and he bravely shared his journey in the Emmy-nominated documentary, Becoming Chaz. This honest and relatable story helped bring attention to conversations about gender identity, which weren't often talked about back then. Besides acting, Chaz strongly advocates for LGBTQ+ rights, using his voice to educate and inspire others. As if that's not enough, he even showed off his dance skills on Dancing with the Stars. A spoiler alert, he can definitely move. Chaz is proof that being true to yourself and having courage shines even brighter than any fame. This next celebrity really shook up the fashion scene, changing the game regarding beauty standards with their unique looks and magnetic personality. Stepping into the spotlight is Andrea Page, a model who totally changed the fashion scene with her fantastic career. She first caught everyone's eye as one of the top androgynous male models, strutting down runways for some huge fashion names. Then, in 2014, she came out as a transgender woman, making history all over again. Andrea was the first openly transgender model to be featured in Vogue, breaking down stereotypes and paving the way for more diversity in fashion. Her stunning looks and incredible charm make her a favorite both on the runway and beyond. But it's her openness about her journey and the struggles she's faced that really makes her stand out. Now, Andrea is more than just a model. She's a role model, encouraging everyone to embrace their own unique beauty and push past societal limits. Andrea, you've shown all of us that true style is about being unapologetically you. Just a friendly reminder to unapologetically subscribe. Not every star is a fashionista. Our next celeb is lighting up the big screen with their amazing acting skills and unforgettable performances. Next on our list is the incredibly talented Jamie Clayton. Jamie has made waves in Hollywood with her unforgettable performances, most notably as Nomi Marks in the Netflix hit series Sense8. Her role as a transgender hacker and activist wasn't just groundbreaking, it was deeply personal, as Jamie herself is a proud transgender woman. Before acting, Jamie started her career as a makeup artist, but her passion for storytelling eventually led her to the screen. And what a move that was! Jamie's raw talent and authenticity have earned her widespread acclaim, proving that representation matters both on and off screen. Most recently, she starred as the chilling Pinhead in the Hellraiser reboot, showing that she can handle roles that are both haunting and iconic. Jamie, whether you're hacking systems or haunting our dreams, you're an absolute force to be reckoned with. After the glitz and glam of Hollywood, We're now checking out an up-and-coming star who's winning over fans all over the globe. Let's get to know our last celebrity. Last, but definitely not least, we've got Alex Consani, a total rising star and social media sensation who's really making waves online. Known for her fun personality and stunning modeling shots, Alex is quickly becoming a role model for young transgender folks everywhere. She came out as transgender when she was just 12, which makes her one of the youngest models representing the community. Now, with millions of followers on TikTok and Instagram, she's using her platform to share messages of self-love and empowerment. Whether she's owning the runway or sharing jokes online, Alex shows that being confident and true to yourself are the real game changers. With her star on the rise, there's no doubt that Alex is helping shape the future of representation in fashion and beyond. And there you have it, 10 incredible celebrities you didn't know were transgenders who are breaking barriers, redefining industries, and inspiring us all to live authentically. But some celebrities don't want to live authentically and keep attempting to redefine their faces. Watch this video to see which celebrities ruined their faces with plastic surgery. See you there.